After 2 hours of delay, it finally landed on the Korean servers, World 16 and the new hero, the first Corps Commander. This is a banker update. Don't forget to share your first impressions in the comment section below. Before getting started, here you go. This is 2 coupon codes, 5 summon controllers each, only for Asia servers, courtesy of Kakao Games for being an official content creator. As usual, first come, first served, so once you redeemed the code, please let us know in my pinned comment below, then everyone knows it's not available anymore. For today, I'm going to review the first commander with the skills and animation for you. It won't be any story spoiler, not on this channel, and never been and never will be, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to speak about the character. And before to get started, as usual, please let me share with you the upcoming banner for global. It's actually insane. So many heroes and stuff to cover. So let's get started. Aside from the first corps, you will find Slayer Andras, Ogma, Beth, Anna, Destroyer Piment is back, Mia, one of the best or the best support unit in the game, Future Knight, and Beach Zoe. This banner is absolutely busted and I cannot wait. I'm very excited for my next Who is Worth Your Gems for the next global banner. I will cover up all those heroes, but let's come back to the first Corps Commander here. So first of all, she's a dark unit, a ranged unit. You can see for the stats and the party buff. So overall attack 1500, pretty good. HP 60,000 of HP. This is pretty thick. The defense is 258 and she's a critical hit chance party buffer plus 40%. She has a little bit of weapon skill regen speed here plus 2% and 5% shield increase on battle start. Now just a quick note here, she's gonna need a lot of weapon skill regen speed and I will tell you why later on for the build. Now let's review the normal attack and the Shen skill. So normal attack is the Queen's Gambit, and the Dark Spear, she employs spearmanship to inflict ranged damage. And for the weapon skill, the Shadow Vine, she inflicts ranged damage to enemies. So this is AoE, and on it you can mount enemies AoE with the Corps Commander's emblem, reducing their defense by 10% for 6 seconds. And here you can see immediately there are 3 strong attributes to a normal attack. You can see on the screen, which are insane. Number 1, the speed of animation of in between each hit. She attacks quite fast. Number 2, the range. This is a pretty long range of attack here. It goes further, 5, 6, I would say, about squares around the character, which is pretty long. And most importantly, number 3, it's the mobility she has. In between each hit, you can move her. So it's gonna be a bit intricate, but for arena, once you will master it, you can actually, in between attack, kind of pop up on the sides, which is, to me, it's a pretty good looking movement for a normal attack here. Now let's speak about the Shen skill. This is injured to airborne elements, and the name is Event Horizon. You generate a black hole to inflict 420% of DPS damage. You love to see it as a ranged damage. Here, slightly, a little bit of time to trigger like most of the Shen skill, but overall it has a good area of damage. It's a pretty decent one. And by the way, a lot of you were asking, how can I get access to some region, some game on Asia servers, or sometime in North America, or sometime getting access to Korean games? Well, I'm using NordVPN for about 6 years, so it was time. This is not sponsored at all. This is just a brand affiliate. You can find the link in the description below. I've been using it, as I mentioned, for about 6 years at home, on my mobile, while traveling, because it's fast, it's secure, it protects my data, it encrypts all my password. I can travel out there without getting worried about anything. Currently, right now, they have 2 years for 63% off, so they sent me that special link. You can find the description below if you want to. By far, this is the best VPN you can find out there. The connection speed is just that great, as you can see on my videos. Also, they have more servers than anyone on the platform, and overall for streaming also as well, it's perfect for me. Malware protection, and most importantly, with one account I can share it with 6 devices. So my family, my wives, we are sharing this, so it's a really worthy offer, and feel free to check it out. Now let's speak about the special ability, the Corruption. So she decreases all enemy attack by 5%. So what they mean here is it decreases enemy attack by 5% even if she is not on the battlefield. For example, you put her in an arena team. Apparently, if she is out of the team, if you are playing your other character, it will apply still during your fight. So this is pretty strong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And after you can read, increases damage dealt by 15% and decreases damage taken by 15% during the battle. So this is a consistent buff. We've seen it lately. This has become a standard in Guardian Tales. Many units released lately as exactly the same buff here, but I would say that 15% is the top of the standard, so it's a pretty good standard. And finally, read it carefully on the bottom. If she's fighting in the battle, the attack decrease effect increased by 10%. So here, on the top of the 5%, you are giving to all enemies. And I believe, once again, if she's not on the battlefield, if she's in your party in arena, for example, they will have the 5%. But once you come to the arena and you fight with her, then it will be a total of 15% if I read it right. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So overall, pretty strong special ability. But the cherry on the cake today, and this is the best part of it, it's the Fail Not. This is the epic staff. And let's review it. So first of all, for the stats, pretty strong DPS, 4097 DPS, pretty strong staff here. And you can see dark attack up to 1288. She has some critical chance, 6%. So with a party buff, she's already nearly close to 50%. But the defense, plus 24%. HP plus 24% as well, and weapon skill regen speed plus 16%. So very good addition stat to her kit and to the skill we just reviewed. And what is the most broken here? It will be the weapon skill itself. So let's read it. The Shadow Vine's defense decrease effect increased by 20%. Increased by 20%. So on the normal attack, you remember you can reduce the defense of your opponents by 10% for 6 seconds. Well, with that weapon, you can increase this by 20%. So I don't know, once again here in the reading, I don't know if they made an additional 20%, which will be absolutely broken because it will be the defense down up to 30%, or if it will be 20% total. Anyway, let's continue here. If enemies, let's continue because even if it's just 20% on the normal attack, this is, I believe, the biggest you have in Guardian Tales. So this is a revolution. Let's keep rolling here. So if enemies under the effect of the Corps Commander emblem are damaged by the Shadow Vine, deals 100% of DPS as additional range damage, and injury element will be slightly applied. So this is especially good, for example, on the boss, on the reds, you know, to just try to speed up a little bit the airman score to get that chance kill slightly early. And if the Shadow Vine defense decrease effect is negated, so for example, we know in Guardian Tales we have many heroes like Mia on the banner that can remove negative effects. So if the effect of the Shadow Vine is removed, is negated, she can deal 125% of DPS damage as additional ranged damage. So this is a very nice balance here because you have more and more heroes, or even in the rework of the heroes lately we've seen, with their new second weapon, they can remove negative effects. So here, this is a nice incentive. Finally, I just would like to note that you can see here, so the weapon here, skill the Nightfall, the regen time is 9.2 seconds. And during my try, I can tell that you absolutely want to have a lot of weapon skill regen speed on her in order to really rotate that damage as much as you can. Now, it's time for the first impressions. Well, first impressions are pretty easy. I mean, to me, she is just a meta breaker, simply as it is, because just the normal attack here. With the weapon, once again, it can increase by 20% the defense decrease on normal attack, and this is AoE, so in the Colosseum, in any content, on the boss, on the reds, you can go also, whatever, expeditions on all the enemies. I mean, she's insanely packed with that great defense here decrease, and it's 6 seconds, so it's a pretty valuable time window to deal a lot of damage. And once again, it can increase by 20%. I don't know if that means on top of the 10%, so a total of 30%, which would be just broken. But on the side of this, not only that, but we have a character that comes with a good mobility, as mentioned, a long range. She can pop up from side to side, a large range too. The chain skill had a little bit of delay, but overall, once again, I feel she will be fantastic PvP. Because of that special ability, she can decrease all enemies' attack by 5%, even if she's not on the battlefield. And when she's on the battlefield, she increases by 10%, so total of 15%. On the top of the decreased damage taken, which is a consistent buff no one can remove, by 15% during the battle, and increase of damage deal by 15%, and being a critical hit chance party buffer really helps her to pull out this damage. She has also great skill damage capability. We've seen 420% of DPS. So to me, as I mentioned in my last video, we know that every time there is a new chapter and it comes with a new hero, hashtag many of them we know of, it is busted. And to me, she's really busted. And for sure, in my next video, I'm not gonna lie, but my gems will be first burned for the first Corps Commander, aside of all the great unit you find on the side and can help you to build a team around her that can really truly just destroy most of that game. It's just insane. So please let me know in the comment section below your first impressions, what type of content you think she's gonna shine the most. Also, please answer if I did any mistake in that video on the interpretation of the skill. Overall, I'm so freaking excited to get my hands on her. I pulled already on the current server, I could not get her, so I'm gonna wait anyway for global, and I will make a post on the community tab channel this weekend just to share with you the screenshots of the top tier arena listings, also the Colosseum listings, and any information I can find also on the Reds, because for sure to me they all gonna run with her. She's just a game breaker. This is my first impression. I've been covering the game for about 3 years, and when you read skills and you see stats and you see the movement and animation, you can already tell when, you know, a hero is likely to be good or not. And to me personally, I feel like she is absolutely bunker. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to destroy that like button and subscribe to the channel. About 70% plus of you every time on my Guardian Tales are coming back again and again. And you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? And I have plenty of coupon codes. I won't have the time to edit as much video. They are expiring before the end of March, so I will post them also in the community tab. First come, first serve, so feel free to check them out. As usual, I wish you all to be safe, to be well, and until the next, stay tuned everybody.